What if the world saw Africa as it truly is? Not small, not diminished, but vast, larger than the United States, China, India, and most of Europe combined. What if the maps hanging in classrooms and offices actually told the truth? Here's the truth: no other continent is made to appear smaller than its reality. Europe, North America, even Greenland, on traditional maps, they all look bigger than they actually are. But Africa? Africa is the one continent the Mercator projection shrinks. Globes tell a different story. On a globe, Africa stands in its rightful size, over 30 million square kilometers, the second largest continent in the world. But when the globe is flattened into the maps we've grown up with, Africa's proportions collapse. Why? Because the Mercator map, designed in the 1500s for navigation, preserves direction, but at the cost of size. The farther from the equator you go, the bigger land looks. You might ask, does it really matter how Africa is drawn? Yes, it does. Maps shape our worldview. They tell us who is powerful, who is important, and who is not. For centuries, a smaller Africa meant a smaller perception of Africa, its resources, its influence, and its place in the world. This distortion fed colonial mindsets, economic prejudice, and cultural erasure. But what if Africa was shown at its true scale? Imagine the shift. Students learning that Africa is not a continent to overlook, but one that dominates the world map in size. Imagine policymakers, economists, and everyday people seeing Africa as a giant, not a footnote. This isn't a conspiracy. It's a realization, one that can change how we see Africa and how Africa sees itself. So what if Africa wasn't shrunk on the world map? Perhaps the world would finally begin to see what Africans have always known. Africa is vast, Africa is powerful, and Africa's story cannot be contained by distortion. Unshakable Roots isn't about conspiracies. It's about truth, clarity, and reclaiming perspective. The world map may have lied, but the future doesn't have to. Subscribe and join the community.